Good morning. We are back at Walmart, same Walmart from my last food shortage video. This is Sunday morning, February 6th, 2022. So as you can see, the fresh produce is stocked pretty well. There was a couple bins that were empty in the beginning. I think they were avocados. So there are some items they do not have, but for the most part, the fresh fruit and vegetables was looking well stocked. Walking over here to the seafood is definitely picked over. Lots of empty spots. They have absolutely no crab legs. They did a couple weeks ago. They have a couple tuna, some salmon fillets, but definitely missing a lot of fresh fish. This is like the canned seafood, crab, shrimp. Really not that much to choose from. Lean ground beef, not completely full, but there is some there. This is regular ground chuck and ground beef. It is very picked over. You can see there's lots of empty spots. So definitely the meat is having shortages. When I do these videos, I love reading the comments, and they're varied. You either believe in shortages or you don't believe in shortages. And someone was like, "Why are you even doing this video? Your store does not look that bad. Here's steaks, they're short." I agree, this Walmart does not look that bad, but the fact is there are shortages, there are empty spots, and so I am just showing this so people can see the trends, because there is definitely a pattern of what is shortage, right? Like has shortages right now. So right now, the steaks were like down to like 25%. I think that's a big deal. There's lots of processed food, plenty of canned goods, but fresh stuff is looking a little worrisome. So see, now I'm in the frozen food section. I had to find my husband real quick. He was getting frozen pizzas. There are frozen pizzas, but there are also tons of empties on the frozen pizzas. Frozen vegetables looking very good. Only a couple empty spots. So that's looking pretty good. This last week was empty. This is the Crustables. I remember the name now. The peanut butter and jelly. So these are popular with parents, with kids at school. It's popular in school lunches. Those are like empty, very short. And so I just think that it's good to know, to have an idea of what is short and what isn't. So you can just plan accordingly. These are the pork chops. The pork chops, not that many. Pork steaks, no pork steaks. And chicken, there was chicken thighs. There was chicken legs. There was no whole chicken breast. It was like chicken tenderloins, breast cutlets, which I think are like half the size. So definitely chicken is not looking that good. So yeah, the purpose of this video is more like just an information so you can see where there are issues, and there are. And let's see. So right now, I just passed the Lunchables. They were half and half empty, half full. This is the sandwich meat. Again, there was empty spots, but there was full spots too. So you can definitely get sandwich meat. You just don't have as many options as you used to. And I think that's the point with these shortages. You're not getting as many options as you used to. Cheese looks good. Cheese looks pretty darn good to me. This is Sunday morning, so the deli is not always open, but it was open today. So there was a worker, not a lot that he was making, but he was doing something back there. And to the right, I'm not for sure what I'm focusing on first. This is Pre-Cut Deli. That was full. This is the eggs. That woman opened the eggs and saw a broken one, so she left it there. That's very empty. Last week I thought it was pretty full, so definitely they're having issues having eggs delivered here. And last week when I did this video, that's butter. Butter looks fine. That guy's in front of the biscuits. Biscuits are very low. They did not have the name brand. They just had Walmart brands. So anyway, we're coming up to like this middle aisle up here, and last time it was just full of like pallets that needed to be unloaded. That was not like it today. This store is stocked with what they got. So it wasn't, so any shortages are not because they're getting ready to stock. There was a guy stocking soda and a guy stocking tortilla shells, and that was it. There was no other boxes waiting to be stocked. Soda is okay. Whatever to the left, there was a bunch of empty spots. Dr. Pepper looks good. The bottles are looking a little low. Paper towels, toilet paper, completely stocked, well stocked. No issues there. Plastic bags, no issues there. Paper plates was looking great. This is the cat food aisle. This is sad. So the cat food aisle is definitely running low, not stocked at all, and it's an issue if you have. Sometimes cats are picky eaters and they want specific food. My cats are picky eaters, and we're having a hard time finding the specific food that they will eat, the specific snacks that they will eat. We try to find snacks that have no food coloring in it because it makes them puke, and so it was very upsetting that we couldn't find what they needed, and we'll just have to resort to the internet. Now I'm going back to the shelf-stable items. Chips are just fine. I think I had a lot of complaints of last video where like people were like, oh, these shelves are just fine. Yes, there is plenty of processed foods to be had. But there's also a lot of empty spots. I think to the right, that was like, what was that? Debbie's Snack Cakes was looking a little empty. I love those Valentine cakes. I get those every year. Cookies definitely had a lot of empty spots. I'm sorry, I didn't realize how quickly I was walking. It was extremely busy for a Sunday morning, and there was always people around me, so trying to do this discreetly and not be around people because, you know, I don't want to catch COVID, so I try to avoid people too. And the fresh fruit, packaged fruit cups was looking low. This is where saltine crackers would be. I have not seen the name brand saltine crackers 4 months. And so there, I'm not for sure what that issue is, but no name brand saltines. And yeah, so the fruit cups was running really low. And let's see what this aisle, so this is pudding cups. Above this would be like the fruit snacks. And that, as you can see, was empty. So definitely whoever is making fruit snacks it's running a little behind. There's shortage of these because this is stuff that parents are buying to put in their school lunches, and it's not being stocked. Peanut butter was just fine. Wow, sorry, that was a quick pan. Bread had a bunch of empty spots. They did. And then this guy's getting coffee. I'm trying to be nice and wait, but he's just taking up the whole aisle. All right, now I'm just like, I'm squeezing by him because I don't got 20 years. And then that was, let's see, more bread shortages. That's my husband. He's not going down every aisle because it's just way too busy. And we are on the lookout for Chef Boyardee pizza kits. I had a stock supply. I'm completely out. That was a year ago, and I just ran out last month. So a year ago, there was no problem. Now I cannot find any. This is baking aisle. So down below, the pancake mixes was looking a little empty. The syrup is looking a little empty. It was a lot better last week. There's the sugar. Sugar is looking a little empty. And I don't know where the, that's the spice aisle. I stopped. I think I came back because I was shocked like how many empty spots were in the spice aisle. Honestly, I don't normally get my Chef Boyardee kits here. I usually get it at my local grocery store, so I'm not for sure where to find it at this store. I do eventually find it, but I kept looking. So I'm like, where is the pizza kits? That's all we want. This is the canned vegetables. That's the beans. So as you can see, they kind of like front it up. It's not completely full. There's empty spots on the back. Canned veggies. So really the only thing that was short is that huge empty spot right there. That is regular cut green beans. There was all kinds of like French and specialty above, but the regular cut is completely sold out. Still, my sister couldn't find any last week, so it's still green bean shortage issue. That bottom row is all rice bags completely empty. Minute rice is fine, but if you want the bigger bags, that's looking a little low. And let's see. So this is the only other guy I saw stocking. He is stocking the tortilla shells. other than that, there's no flats waiting to be uploaded or unloaded, sorry. And so that just tells me right now they're stocked, and obviously there are empties. They obviously got ramen noodles in, lots and lots of ramen noodles. Definitely I see them empty a lot, but they must have just got a shipment in. This is the soup aisle, canned soups, definitely looking picked over. Definitely some empty spots here. I'm stocked up on all this stuff. Basically this trip, all I wanted was I needed more soda, and I was on the lookout for the Chef Boyardee pizza crust kits. And these are soups. That's looking pretty good. It's just, it was busy. It was a busy store. I don't know what was to the right. I think I come back to that. Whatever was to the right, that was empty. All right, now this one is Chef Boyardee. So this is the whole Chef Boyardee section. Definitely lots and lots of empty spots. I think you can't even find a ravioli right now. And there's the pizza kits, and I don't think I realized it yet. Pasta is definitely picked over. It has not been restocked, or it kind of looks like it's a little better, but still lots of empty spots. That was macaroni and cheese, has a bunch of empties. Pasta sauce, not bad, but there's still empty spots. That would be more mac and cheese. That's completely empty. Dinty Moore, their little take-home lunch kits. Here's the chicken and dumplings my niece likes. So they got one flat of those in. And that's that Walmart employee. She is not unloading. That is the personal shopper. So each one of those crates is an order that she is filling for online orders. And this is like the tomatoes. That's looking pretty good. This is instant potatoes, not bad. And then like soup gravy mixes, not bad. Pickles, not an issue. Barbecue sauces, a couple brands are missing, but for the most part, barbecue sauce is fine. So really at this point, the only thing at this store that is showing shortages in my mind, look at this is canned chicken, plenty of canned chicken. They did raise the price a little, I think, but I don't really like canned chicken, but I'll eat it if that's all they got. And canned meats and stuff. So anyway, it's the fresh beef that is short here. Chicken breasts short here. If you want certain pastas, and obviously if you want Chef Boyardee pizza crust mix, that's not to be found. So I think to me, because I am not a vegetarian, it is very concerning that there is shortages on meat, because I like meat and I like it readily available. All right, so this is like the frozen chicken breasts. There's only a couple bags left. I don't like frozen chicken breasts. I prefer the fresh breasts. So I think I said earlier they didn't have chicken breasts. So obviously they do have the frozen. They just didn't have the fresh. And now back to my husband, and we're looking for the Chef Boyardee kits. And we see that they're completely empty. And there are a couple. We make our own pizzas, and we use it for the pizza crust. And we went to 3 different stores. Besides Walmart, we went to a couple local grocery stores, and they were all sold out. So I'm going to have to figure out how to make my own pizza dough. And then Robert was picking up, they did have like the pizza sauce, and then I put it back. And I told Robert to give me that can and put it back, because I am a home canner, and I remembered I actually canned my own pizza sauce this year. So we need to use up my pizza sauce before we buy any more. It turned out great. So I need to know how to make pizza crust. That's why I'm so hung up on the missing Chef Boyardee pizza crust.